Can I guarantee that I will change your dog's behaviour? I get asked this question all the time, and I was asked it this week, so I thought I would do a little video for you to explain all about the guarantee. So this is on one of my pages on my website in my frequently asked questions, just because I do get asked it all the time. Can I guarantee results? Can I guarantee that I will fix the dog's behaviour problem, or that I will change the way that they are doing something? And the answer, quite simply, is no. No, I can't give you any guarantee whatsoever. I do not offer guarantees to anybody, and I'm very, very proud of that. And the reason I don't is because your dog is a living being. They are not a robot. They are not something that I can come in and program. And not only that, it relies on so many factors. The ability to change behaviour is not a case of me coming in, waving a magic wand, saying a few wonderful words, and your dog will change what they're doing, although sometimes it may seem that way. What it actually relies on is changing the underlying emotion for that dog, and many, many variable factors that are often out of my control and sometimes even out of your control too. For example, if I give you techniques to do and you either do not do them or you do a variation of them, you'll get a variation of the results. Now, that's not on me, that would be on you. Say, for example, you're doing everything that I ask you to do to the letter. There is absolutely no deviating from anything, and you are spot on in what you're doing. And someone externally, or a dog externally, interacts with your dog in a certain way, perhaps that was frightening. Maybe they get attacked. Maybe they have a really frightening experience. Or maybe there's someone in your family who's not quite doing things the way they need to be doing, and it's contributing to the dog's behaviour. That can't be my fault any more than it is your fault. So for me to guarantee results, guarantee that I could change your dog's behaviour, would one, be completely disregarding the fact that your dog is a living being with their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own emotions, and their own reinforcement history. And everything about that is exactly what creates a dog. I like personality, I like character, I appreciate dogs have histories just like humans do, and I don't agree with robotic dogs and dogs doing as they're told. That to me does not sit well with me, and that's not the kind of person I would want to work with anyway. But number two is, how hard do you think I would have to push in order to get that guarantee? Now, if I've guaranteed to you that I can change your dog's behaviour and say it isn't quite working out, the level of pressure I would be under for that, and the other trainers and behaviourists who do potentially offer these guarantees, imagine the level of pressure that they're under in order to give you this result. What would they stop at, and what would they ethically stop at in order to give you that result? Because what's really happening is it's their credibility on the line. It's their ability to change dog behaviour that they've guaranteed they will do for you is on the line. So they're not going to stop at anything in order to get you that result. And that really doesn't sit well with me. I know I'm not the be all and end all. I know I'm incredibly good at changing dog behaviour and changing problems, changing underlying emotions, and helping owners to understand their dogs better and doing what's best for them in order to get the best from their dog. That's what I'm good at. But guaranteeing that I will change dog behaviour, that is never something you will hear me say. And I'm proud of that. If a dog owner does have reservations about working with me, that's absolutely fine. And you should be critical of anyone who you're going to work with. I would stalk the life out of anybody who I was going to work with my dog. I would want to know exactly what methods were going to be used, exactly what happens if they get it wrong, if they get it right. What are we going to be doing? What kind of stress are we going to be putting the dog under? What kind of stress am I going to be under? These are all things I would want to know from somebody. So I never mind people asking me these kind of questions. However, what I do say to them is, if you're unsure about working with me, please go and check out my Google reviews. Type in Ellie's Dog Behaviour Vault on Google. Check them out. Look at my social medias. Look at the way that I speak about dogs, the way that I handle dogs. Look at all of my videos on YouTube. Get a really, really good view. And if that still isn't enough for you to make a decision, if you're still not quite sure that you want to put your trust in me to help you with your dog, what I can often do is I will speak with clients I'm working with at the moment, and I will ask any of them if they would mind me forwarding their number to a potential new client who needs help with their dog. And would they just mind talking to them about what it's like to work with me and the progress we've made to date and what that looks like in terms of the sessions and how their dog is doing and how they are feeling. And then the person can make a really informed decision. So that is the guarantee I will offer, is that I will give you my absolute best. I will be honest. I will give you everything I have in my own experience and in my knowledge and in my skill set and in my time I can give you. But I will never guarantee that I can change your dog's behaviour, ever.